Donald Trump had a bit of a meltdown over the weekend over the numerous investigations into him, but there was one post he put out on Truth Social that kind of stood out because it wasn't about the ongoing investigations into him. Instead, it was about an investigation that ended 5 years ago. And in case you're confused about what I'm talking about, that, of course, would be the Mueller investigation that, yes, ended 5 years ago this month. And Donald Trump is still pissed off about it, even though he wasn't charged with anything, even after Robert Mueller identified 10 different instances at least where the former president may have committed perjury or obstruction of justice. But yeah, no charges for Trump on that one, but he's still mad about it. And the reason, of course, he's mad is because last week we got the Durham Report, where Robert Durham, or John Durham, sorry, recommended nothing. No criminal charges either. So he identified, of course, some things that he's like, hey, I didn't like the way they did this. They could have done this instead. And that was it. That was a 300-plus page report that took 4 years, $6.5 million. And he's like, yeah, I wasn't thrilled with the way they did this. Who cares? I'd have told you that for free. But anyway, Donald Trump got on Truth Social and made an outrageous claim that the FBI somehow offered Christopher Steele $1 million to, in Trump's words, frame Trump. Here is what Donald Trump said. The FBI offered Christopher Steele $1 million in order to frame me. Why aren't all of the so-called special prosecutors together with their bosses at the DOJ doing something about this? The people of our once great country won't stand for it. How much more can they take as the USA goes to hell? MAGA. They're not doing anything about it because that's actually not what happened. Now, according to a senior FBI official, it's FBI supervisory analyst Brian Otten. He did tell Durham that the FBI offered Christopher Steele up to $1 million. So up to, not a blanket $1 million, if he was able to substantiate any of the claims in his dossier linking Donald Trump himself directly to the Russian government. Okay, Steele, you said these things. Listen, if you can prove this, we will pay you up to $1 million if you're able to prove that Donald Trump personally was somehow connected to the government of the country of Russia. No payment was ever made because Christopher Steele was never able to do that part of it. Now, the reason this hasn't raised any red flags with anyone is because this is actually very common. Think of it as like the Crime Stoppers hotline. I don't know if y'all have that where you are, but we do. You know, the commercial comes on like, if you see a crime, report it and you could receive a reward. Because law enforcement agencies, yes, even the FBI, do offer rewards if you're able to help them solve a crime, or if you report an accurate crime that results in criminal charges and getting dangerous people off the streets, you're entitled to rewards. Even the FBI does it. So this was no different than that. This was basically like Crime Stoppers getting Christopher Steele like, listen, if you're reporting an actual crime, yeah, under our rules here, we'll pay you. They weren't offering him something outlandish or something super special. They weren't cutting a deal with him that they haven't already cut with thousands of people before him. That's just the way it goes. It could also be viewed possibly, depending on what he's able to do, as a whistleblower claim, like a key tam almost. You uncover fraud against the government of the United States, and you're entitled to a cut of whatever we recover. So there's nothing wrong with this. Like, that's actually how they get a lot of people to help them when they don't have the help that they need. And I'm telling you that to also let you know that none of that matters. The truth does not matter. Donald Trump's base, the people that he is preaching to on Truth Social, they're never going to know that truth. And even if they were told that truth that I just laid out, they would simply say, no, I don't accept it. So it doesn't matter, because Trump can go out and lie to these people all day long and they're going to believe it no matter what he says. He could get on Truth Social right now, tell his followers that I just got back after being abducted by aliens and they told me that I am the only hope that the Earth has. His base would believe it at face value. They wouldn't care. They wouldn't care if videotape emerged of Donald Trump partying at Mar-a-Lago all night instead of being on an alien spacecraft. They would believe him and they would say that the tape was fake. That's the part that would be fake, is the video evidence of him not being on a spaceship. That's how these cult members are. So it doesn't matter what's actually in the Durham Report. It doesn't matter how the FBI or the CIA actually work. None of those facts matter to these people, because the only truth they will accept into their lives is what Donald Trump tells them to accept. And Trump knows it, and that's why he does it. Hey everyone, this is Aspen. And did you know that for the low cost of $0 per day, you can subscribe to the Fair and Balanced YouTube channel? We also encourage you to like, comment, and share. But again, click that subscribe button and help Aspen not be so grumpy.